Hey people, so I got a request that I'm was thinking about for several days. It was a request for advice, and people who know me know I like giving advice. But it was specifically about from a young dom who is in a relationship. His submissive girlfriend, whatever, says he's doing a good job. He's just not sure. So I came up with 5 things to remember if you're a young dom, and this is equivalent to just exchange pronouns for your situation. Because I'm going to be talking as a male dominant, a straight male dominant talking to a straight male dominant. Well, mostly straight male dominant, on my end anyways. So anyways, first thing, relax. I think one of the major issues that a lot of young doms, when they come into this lifestyle, they overanalyze everything, and I did this myself. I'm not saying that it's not unusual. It's just something that everybody, when you come in as a dominant, does. You are going to not trust yourself because you're stressing out about everything. Oh, should I do this? Should I, if I grab her hair this way, if I grab her tits this way, if I play, if it's, midnight and I want to, spread her legs open and fuck her, what is it? Is that going to be an issue? Blah, 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 blah. And you start going, your mind starts slipping. This is one of the things that I tell everybody, when it comes to doing things this lifestyle is, don't overthink. Overthinking kills everything. Which leads me to my second piece of advice. Everything is negotiable. Okay? In my situation with my girl having to get up early in the morning to go to work, unless it's like a Friday or a Saturday night, midnight fuck sessions really aren't the best thing. But 5 a.m., totally fine. Anywhere from 5 a.m. to midnight, if I can get her alone and I want to do something with her, totally fine. That was part of our negotiation. That is part of something we figured out after we had been together. So you want to leave everything up for negotiation. Yes, you have some hard, fast rules, but you always need to have wiggle room within the rules to fit the real world situation that's going on. Third piece of advice. Once you have had those discussions, and that's what things like going to the table and stuff like that are for. Once you have those discussions, the thing that you need to remember most is do what you want, don't apologize. This idea of doing what you want and not apologizing is something that is confusing to some people. It's like, well, but everything is negotiable, and there's safe words, and there's this, and there's that. When you're driving on the freeway, the speed limit says 65. But you can safely drive at 55. There's a 10 mile per hour difference between there. And even if you want to push it, technically Most cops aren't going to stop you if you're at 70 or even closer to 75. So almost a 20 mile per hour. It's like, do you really want to push it, okay? Or do you want to play it safe, or do you want to go right down the middle? But the thing is that whatever you decide to do in that range is okay. That is your choice. Once you are in that range and once you are doing those things, no one's going to freak out because you're going 2 miles below the speed limit or 2 miles above the speed limit. You're doing what you're wanting and not apologizing. Exact same thing with your submissive. Do not think that, not doing things. Little things like, I don't apologize for my girl tying my shoes. I don't apologize for my girl opening up the door for me. I don't apologize for her needing, her knowing that when she gets home, one of the first things she needs to do when we are together alone is be naked for me. I know that society would think these are bad things. Oh, you're lazy, you're, misogynist, you're this, you're that. So what? They aren't living your life. When we are out in public, the girl opens the door for me. She walks up front of me and opens the door for me. If there's a second door, I walk in, I stop, she walks in front of me and opens the other door for me. And we have gotten looks for that, but I don't care. They're not living my life. They're not living my existence. They're not living your life or your existence. Everything that I do, whether it's coming up behind my girl and wrapping my arms around her and grabbing her tits, I don't ask for permission to do that. It's already been given in the negotiation. It's already been given to you in the negotiation. Do it. And yes, sometimes you feel like you're just doing it to do it, but sometimes that is what needs to happen. You need to just do what you feel is right for you and something that you would enjoy within the parameters that have been given. You can do this, you can do that. I can grab her tits whenever I want, as long as we're in a place where it's either private or semi-private. In the middle of a movie theater, I'll put my hand underneath her shirt and play with her nipples. Is that bothering anybody? No. But it's a way to connect on a DS level that is just nice and simple and not really bothering people. Okay? Fourth is, remember, your job is to make her happy. I know it sounds contradictory. That the idea of doing what you want to her is doing things that are making her happy, or making her serve you, or making her do wear certain things, or do certain things, or act certain ways, or say certain words, or not say certain words, or talk at a specific time and not talk at a specific time. This goes to number 5. Remember, she wants to submit to you. All of those things, relaxing, talking about, doing this or doing that, have everything open, and then doing what you want, doing what what you feel like, letting, doing the things to her that she, that you want to do, but you also know that she wants you to do to her. All of these things combined make it really simple. If you can remember these things. Remember, she wants to serve you and please you. Her number one the way I tell my girl and others is to keep in mind that the mentality that they're coming with is through the filter of, if I do this, will it make him happy? You need to be running through the filter of, if I do this, will it make me happy? And I know that sounds selfish and stuff like that, but her number one concern is you and your happiness. You should be concerned about her and her happiness. And the way that she is happy is by serving you and making you happy. Give her the opportunities. Give her the abilities. Don't think about it too much. Relax. Get out. Go to munches. I don't care if you're a big city or in a small city. If there isn't a group for your city, start it yourself. This is the thing. You want to go out and you want to hook up with other people in the life. Find other people who are doing this. To one degree of success or another. People who have failed miserably at it. People who have, are doing it successfully and have multiple submissives. You want that mix of every idea to help you figure out what works best for you. And then don't be afraid to then throw out your ideas to the other people who are there, other dominants, other submissives, other people, and get their opinion on what you're thinking. Talking shop is one of the best things to do at a munch. Just sit and talk shop. Talk ideas. Talk about play scenes. Talk about things that you want to try. Things you want to do. Go. If you don't already have it, go learn some skills. Learn to flog. Learn to tie. Learn to be a rigger. You can find enjoyment in this lifestyle if you really look for it. But one thing you have to do is relax. So, hopefully those pieces of advice are going to help people, specifically the person that I'm making this for. But I think what I'm saying here is pretty much true for every person out there. So that's pretty much about it. Be well and safe.